What y'all doing? There's a lot of coffee in this city.
So guys, how's life after death treating
We're
you?
not both guys.
Lady and
In
gentlemen.
case you haven't noticed,
It was more like the royal we equivalent.
I'm a
More
dude,
colloquial.
that's a chick.
So dude and chick, how's life after death been treating you?
You know, we never really die. You know, it's just our personal.
Oh my God, sorry, I had the fourth wall. So, you guys were some of my favorite characters on The Walking Dead. Now that you are a season removed, what is it like looking back at your time on the show?
It was one of the best times of my life. I worked with the most incredible actors, the best crew. Not only was everybody so hardworking, but we were a family. And, you know, I just feel blessed to have been a part of it.
That's good. It was not the best time of my life. They are not my family. I felt like wringing almost each and everyone's neck almost every day. Let's see, what else? The lunch was good. Every now and then I got a tick. Although, you know, there are other people who got ticks in other places that were a lot worse than where I got my ticks. So, no, I had a great time. It was a beautiful, beautiful show. I feel totally blessed to have been involved with it. I mean, some of the best words that I've ever had to ever bring up off the page have been written on The Walking Dead for me, and of course you as well. I mean, we had some awesome scenes together. We had great monologues. I mean, you don't get that in TV too often.
And moments. I mean, I loved my character's arc. I loved the woman she became. And I just feel like the storytelling is so rich and innovative and kind of, I don't know, it's different than anything I've ever been a part of, and probably will ever be. So.
Well, your character in particular, I really enjoyed what you did because it was so different from what people had seen in the comics. So can you speak a little bit to, you know, how you made the character your own and like forged that new trail?
Well, I mean, a lot of it's the writing. You know, in the comic books, you don't really get into how much she grieved the death of her sister. It gets over quite quickly, and then she becomes a badass. And what I really liked about the show was that you really saw this woman grieve as a human being does, and it's not always pretty, and it's not always fun to be around. And she went through those stages of, you know, being suicidal, being angry, you know, not wanting to be a part of the group, and then kind of coming out of herself and saying, you know what, I'm not going to feel sorry for myself anymore. I'm not going to play the victim. You know, looking at the other people in the group and saying, you know, how are they leaders? How are they surviving? You know, learning how to work a gun, even though she accidentally shot Daryl, which I'll never be forgiven for.
Wow, what the hell is that?
I know.
Are you giving us a hint that we should speak up?
But I just love the fact that she became an empathetic leader.
Yeah, and I also really enjoyed her relationship with Michonne because that was one of the first real strong female friendships.
Did you really like the almost relationship between her and Merle?
Well, you know, in another life.
You know, no, I'm telling you, her and Merle could have had some fiery shit go on.
Didn't you ad-lib all those disgusting things you called me?
I did not call you anything that I would not call my sister.
Merle called Andrea were just Michael Rooker, you know, doing his riff. I don't think that was even scripted dialogue. You know what I'm talking about.
That's true. Some of those lines, some of those words actually
Sugar tits?
came out of my brain.
Bug muncher?
Bug muncher, yeah. Oh, what else? Bumping uglies. I mean, what else did I say to you?
I don't know. I was always just kind of...
So sexist things.
Well, in spite of that, Merle did have a bit of a redemptive arc when he came back to the show. So
That's right, I had a new hairdo.
Yeah, exactly. Good look. Had a new hand accessory.
That's right, oh,
Yeah.
that's true, I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
That was very handsome. No, a lot of people like a night hand, babe, let me
Oh
tell you.
yeah. So how much of a relief was it not to have to wear that day in and day out after all was said and done?
You know, I got really good with this thing. It's about an 18-inch blade, the original one. And then I got into the prison and I had a little shiv. But the original was a real bayonet. And I remember one day the second AD, second art, I was sort of goofing around with the little Merle. I'd see an object on the wall and I'd poke it, right? You know, stuff like that. And he'd go, easy with that, take it easy, what are you talking about? He said, you could hurt somebody with that. And I said, I'm poking the wall. How am I going to hurt somebody with this? And so, of course, it sort of starts pissing me off a little bit. I said, come here. He said, no, I'm okay. I don't know, come here. Follow me over here. And so he followed me over to the other side of the wall where they had all these pallets, right? I said, you see that pallet? See a crack between that pallet? Watch this. Right between the crack without hitting either pieces of wood. And he's like, wow. I said, yeah, you want to see something even more special? Come here, come closer. And he goes, no, I'm okay. And I said, no, come closer now. And so he came closer. I'm going to close my eyes. And he goes, what do you mean? I'm closing my eyes. And I want you to make sure my eyes are closed and I don't cheat. And he goes, okay. I had no idea. And I said, you see that crack right there? That's even smaller than the other one, right? And he goes, yeah. Watch. So I close my eyes and I go right into the crack. And then I just held it there and I opened my eyes. Then I said, now, see, if I wanted to hurt you, I could have done it way before now. And I pulled it out. This is our second circuit. And it scared the shit out of him, and also put him in awe. He said, you are like a ninja, man.
It sounds like a really healthy working environment.
Well, I got very good at this thing, but you know what? It really got to be a little hassle, because it's covering your hand, covering your forearm, strapped to your muscles and your tendons, and it got to be a little bit like, okay, I could take this off now and have a cappuccino and be quite happy.
So what do you guys miss most about working on the show?
The people.
You know what? I'm going to build that. I think that the cast, the writers, the producers, the directors that come on who are like the best in the world. Every cast member is like on point.
Amazing.
Top shelf, and so we have a great time. Had a great time.
And it's so special because it's such a unique show in the sense that here we are in the backwoods of Georgia, exploring really dark subject matter, and we're away from our families, and we all have to go to these really sad, vulnerable places, and so we've all just we've all seen each other's humanity, and I can't even explain it, but it's like we all bonded on a level like I've never, ever experienced in my entire professional career.
And probably never will again.
I never will again.
Unless we get cast again. Maybe one day we'll get cast, we'll get recast or something.
But it's a weird thing. It's like when people die on the show, I can't even watch it. Because I'm more than an audience member. Like I love Scott Wilson. I do not want to see Herschel die. Like that's gonna put me in a coma. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, I can't handle it.
This is a perfect panel because I'm just the opposite. I cannot wait to see who's gonna die next. Oh my God! I'm thinking the only whiny thing I'm thinking is like, why didn't I get to kill T-Dog? T-Dog, and I wanted to get in the shower to get that cop, and he's still alive, he's still kicking. Good God. That's the only sad moments I had. The sad moments that I did not get to take Rick's head off.
Well, I should have killed the governor, so.
I got it now.
Well, since we're on the subject of character deaths, which character death shocked you the most?
In what way?
Before you did maybe something you didn't see coming, your own death not included.
Well, my own death was the most shocking death because I didn't find out till 24 hours before.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. I'll still cry. I'm gonna cry.
I think I was shocked by Lori's death.
I was.
Yeah, that was completely unexpected, and I think that Sarah Wayne Callies is a really excellent actress, and she contributed a lot to the show, and I thought she was going to be there a lot longer, and I was absolutely shocked because it was at the beginning of the season. You know.
Dude, I was shocked by your death.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah, you were shocked. You were really shocked, but I was like, what? Where'd she go? She's no longer here.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I went right after you.
I know, but I had 3 weeks.
Yeah.
She had like maybe, 3 days?
1 day.
1 day. They told her the day she arrived to work. Oh, by the way, you died today. Talking about, what do you in what sense? Emotionally dead? No, you died.
No, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that.
Oh, no, come on, what was it like? Oh, by the way, we're going to rewrite this scene and you'll be leaving us. Come on, it's like, you can only say it one way. It's like, you're out of here, you're dead, bye.
It wasn't like that.
But I had 3 weeks to mourn, Merle. I'm still mourning, Merle. Cry every time I think of it.
Good time to process it a
I
little
love you, Merle.
Yeah. Well, both your character deaths were among the most emotional scenes on the show. But what has the fan response been like in the following months?
I don't know. A few people say that they wish that Andrea had gone out as more of a badass. But I feel like she had her badass moment. She did that. I was very, very, very grateful that Andrea went out the way that she did because it needed to come full circle. So many things. It needed to be on her terms. I mean, even though she was bit, I liked the fact that it was her choice to take herself out with her gun, and to me it was empowering and not being a victim. I loved that she was with Michonne and they healed that. I loved that she was able to relate to Rick and to Daryl. That she didn't want anybody to die. I felt like if there was any confusion about her intention or her motivations, that in that one particular scene, you saw her heart and who she was. So to me, it was the perfect death for me. I was really happy with it.
I can't speak of that because you don't want to hear what I have to say.
About me or you?
About your death. I was just gouged. I don't want to see any of that crap. I want to see you fight for your fucking life. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I want to see you fight, and I want to see you die. I want to see people whining and crying over stuff. I don't want to see any of that crap. I know it's like, oh, come on. But I just don't want to see it. I want to see you fight and want to live, and I want to see you die. That's all. And then I want to see, as far as Merle is concerned, as far as I'm concerned, it could have been even more bloody. It was a great, there are 2 really cool ways to go out, but, it's like, I just want to go out as clean as possible. Yeah, I came in an ass kicker, go out an ass kicker, simple, none of that stuff. I mean, if Merle could have jumped up from the grave and smacked